We are back with a limb workout because 6'2" and my arms and legs look skinny and it's hard to make them look bigger when you're taller. So we're obviously going to start with the weakest muscle group, which is going to be calves. Try and make everything grow so we don't look so tall and skinny. Always trying to drive through that big toe when you're doing calves. And hold the stretch as long as you can. And really punish your calves. Make them grow. Oh, easy little warm-up set. Boy, go heavy and absolutely punish them. On to that second set. We've increased weight considerably now that the calves have been warmed up. Really try and push and drive that stress and weight into the calves. Make these puppies grow. I think we're working up to 2 sets of 12 to failure. So that's an easy 15, so I'm just going to jump weight quite big there. We'll get those 2 more sets after. So we've upped the weight up to quite considerably because we're being ambitious, but it's anything to drive stimulus into these calves and just try and make them grow any way we can. We've improved a lot since last year, but the thing about bodybuilding, you'll never be satisfied and you'll never be as big as you want to be. So the goal is forever expanding. You always want to be bigger. It's heavy, but we've got more gas in the tank, so time for stack daddy. If it wants to go on. Whew. Final set. We can't do the full stack. For some reason the pin don't want to go in. So we're 1 down from the stack. But we'll get it. Whew. Big heavy set, come on. Calves are fried. I think we're going to move on to seated hamstring. Again, always trying to work with the weaker muscle groups. So my quads are definitely stronger than my hamstrings, so we'll start with hamstrings, do a few sets of those, on to quads, and then arms for the rest of the session. So for hamstrings, the exercise we're going to do today is seated hamstring curl. I'm a lot stronger on the laying hamstring curl. However, you should always try and mix up and do everything. Never leave unturned or miss an exercise because you'll end up finding that's the muscle group that gets weaker. Here we go. First set, we're just going to take a decent little moderate weight. Nothing crazy. Don't want to hurt myself before I even get started. Ooh, nice controlled reps. Easy 12, just a little warm up. Wake up the muscle so I don't fuck it before I go too heavy. All right, so for this exercise we are double checking sets and reps. So 3 sets of 10 for the warm up. So we'll take that to a decent weight. Oh, yeah. 3 sets of 10 for the warm up and 2 sets of 8 to 12 failure. So about 2/3 a stack for these 3 sets of 10 warm up. Same again, just really focus on the movement, slow eccentric, and really drive the stimulus into the legs. Whoa, easy 10. Easy 10, we'll probably put it up by a plate or 2. Good. If you're lifting a weight that you can do, you gotta think, why would your body change if it can already do the weight it's lifting? We're trying to promote change, we're trying to promote growth. So if we're creating a demand to be able to lift heavier, our muscle needs to adapt to grow and grow to facilitate that. So you're just gonna keep chasing that higher weight. Obviously, smart, don't hurt yourself or injure yourself, but always pushing, getting those heavy reps in to promote growth and strength increase. Whoa. Only a short little rest. My rest period is usually 45 seconds to a minute. Nothing too crazy. So we're all focused on hypertrophy. Just gonna readjust my legs. I'm not sat central. Last one, make it strong. Ooh. Second set of 10. One more set of 10, then we'll go on to the 2 sets to failure. Right, on to the working sets. 2 sets of 8, pretty much to failure. Really gonna focus on the movement here. Drive as much stress as we can into the hamstrings. 2 sets of 8. No, fuck it, one more. Strong set of 8. Take a slightly longer rest for the next one, just because I want to get as much as I can out of this movement. On to the final set of 8 to failure. Before we move on to a quad exercise. Alright, let's make it strong. Fucking drive some heavy weight into the hamstrings and make them grow. Not the strongest reps. We know we took into failure, so I'm happy with that. So we'll move on to leg extensions and focus on some quads now before we go on to arms. Let's get it. So we're on to our quads. Check what sets and reps we got. Oh, where's my fucking phone? Alright, sets and reps. We are doing 2 sets of 10 into 2 sets of 10, 2 sets of 15 to failure. So let's start with those 2 warm sets of 2 by 10. I'll whack our seatbelt on, safety first. Beautiful. Alright, nice and easy control. This isn't going to be crazy heavy. This is purely just to wake up the muscle. Somewhat pre-exhaust them before we go heavy. Oh, very easy set 10. Maybe too easy. I'm just going to roll straight into this second warm-up set just because that's easier. I underestimated myself. 6, 8, 9. Ooh, that was a bit better. Let's take a little rest and we'll go into those 2 sets of 15. Right, quads are feeling nice and warm. We're ready to hit these worky sets, 2 by 15. Before we go on to our arm workout, just a fun, exciting bit. Like all training is exciting, that's why we do it. Alright, 2 sets, 15. Nice, slow and controlled. Hey. Ooh, lactic acid building up. 1, 3. Ooh, first 15 done. Take a rest and on to that second set. Alright, on to the final set of legs. Before we call it quits with legs. It's only a small bit of legs. The reason for that is we're just getting so close to the first competition this year. I don't want to put so much stress on my legs, they can't recover. We're about 3 to 4 weeks out. So we taking off some exercises from legs and put more focus on other body parts that need a bit more improvement. And try and maintain the size in the legs before we lose it, and it can't. Well, just lose the size in our legs before we go on stage. Alright. Final set of legs. Let's get it. Legs are fried, they're burning. Let's move on to some arms. Let's get it. I think we'll start with biceps. Biceps. First exercise, C-bomb's favourite. Gonna lean back in the chair, really focus on that bicep. 2 bicep curls, just leaning back into a chair. We'll start with 2 sets of 10 into a reverse pyramid. So do a set 10, set 12, and set 15. Dropping the weight with each set, obviously. Alright, 2 sets of 10, let's get it. Think it's a good weight to warm up with. Not too heavy, not too light. We'll crack another set of that. Move into our worker sets. Whoa, what time are we on? Whoa. So like I said, small rest period. Just enough to sort of regain the energy to do another set of 10. All right, let's get it. One. Three. Second set was a lot harder that time. Take a bit of a longer rest before we move on to our working sets. Might change the camera angle as well. Make it more interesting for you. Whoa, first working set. Set of 10. Trying to take it to failure. It's our heaviest set before we start dropping the weight, doing more reps. Let's get it. Last one. First set. We drop the weight and increase the reps. So the next set we do 12 reps and the final set we do 15. The weight has been decreased. We're going to increase the rep range by 2 to 12 reps to failure. Before we do one final set of 15. Let's get it. Two more. Last one. Solid set. Final set, 15. We drop the weight again, and then we'll move on to that. Move on to some triceps. Let's get it. Feeling tired today, but not an excuse. Never an excuse to get big. Final set, 15 reps. We drop the weight again. It's an absolute failure here, and then we'll move on to some triceps. Let's get it. Three more. One. Fuck it, let's get some partials. Let's really push ourselves. Might be some messy reps at the end, but we're just trying to blow these arms up as much as we can, so I'm not Mr. fucking Daddy Long Legs anymore. Alright, tricep exercise. It's an oldie but a goodie. I love this one. Use this grip, V grip, whatever you want to call it. Tricep push down and really focus on squeeze that muscle. Alright, 2 sets of 10 to warm up. 1, easy 10. I definitely could have gone heavier then. Definitely gonna go heavier. So I'm gonna short rest, up the weight, straight back in, just because this is two sets of 10 to warm up before we move on to our work sets. Feeling good, arms are feeling pumped. Put up the weight again. Whoa, you know what? We'll just send it, we're gonna send a stack. Full stack. 2 sets of 12 to failure. If I could do more than 12 because it's a stack, I'm just gonna go as many as we can. Really build up the lactic acid and get these arms nice and pumped. Oh yes. Eight, 9, 10, 11. Last one. Still controlling it. That felt good. Arms feeling really pumped now. Do one more set, a little bit longer rest this time. And I'm gonna try and get 12, but 12 some extra partials at the end. Because then session's complete. Right, send it. Right, headphones need to go on for this one. Let's get it. Damn, arms are pumped. Not sure I've got anything left. Sweet, we'll call it there. Legs are fried, arms are fried. I've got a bit of stretch and a bit of cardio. That's good, I think we've done it. It would be rude to get an arm pump and not show you the results. So, do a quick pose and check. We'll do it with some natural lighting. Because if you don't know this, posing under natural lighting is so much better than artificial. You really get to see how it looks. Right, zoom in a bit. We're looking pumped. See how the legs looking. Whoa, solid side chest. Arms are starting to completely look. Nice and pumped. Front double bicep. Side tricep. Looking good. Feeling big, feeling pumped. Considering 3 to 4 weeks out, we're still holding on to some fullness. So we'll keep digging for the next couple of weeks before a stage day. See how good of a condition we can get in. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. It means a lot.